see these birds, the lark, flying higher and higher. And in the text, the poet says, "Please bring my suffering to God." And this is the sense of the ending in G major, you know, and the beautiful last note you did. And I would ask it even to, you know, to think more about this, that you see these birds flying higher and higher, always higher, until you don't see it anymore.
It's a great pleasure to work with this kind of pianists. You know, they are already professional pianists who won important competition, and to be able to work with them is a great pleasure, because they are already on a very high level. They understand everything. They understand exactly what I mean, and they are able to do it immediately, and so it's a great pleasure. And I think we have a very good atmosphere.
I learned a lot. First, how to make piano singing and how to adapt to different pianos. And Mr. Bonatta told me about this wonderful stuff about rhythm, about how to make time changing these rules, you know, just not to think about like metronome, but live in some another place without rhythm, just making beats like our heart. So it's different and it's wonderful.
You should forget, you know, what people say about rhythm and to be correct. In this kind of music, the rhythmical aspects are, you know, also interpretation.
I was just playing this like a dance because it's typical national Hungarian dance, and it's always very rhythmical.
And you know, when you speak about dance, you know, when they, I don't know how they dance this, but I can imagine when they put, they dance it and then they make a longer movement.
Yeah, it's like.
And then they dance again and a longer movement. Yeah. And this needs to be longer. And they don't have the metronome, you know, when they dance this. I'm sure they don't dance with metronome. Look at me. The Prince Orlovsky is speaking here. He never asked, you know, he is a prince. You understand what?
Yeah, a gypsy baron, of course.
Gypsy. Try it. Exactly. Always, you know. Very good. Very good.
I didn't find it when I was talking.
Again, something to have completely improvising. You know, you never give the impression that you already know the notes. No, you are always improvising. You don't know what you are going to play. And you... Very bizarre.
I learned a little bit how to make the whole piece of the Rhapsody, to make it whole, how to emphasize the different characters within the piece, and how to make all those emotions come out and all the different characters after each other, and then in that way make it as a whole, and to sound more like it's an improvisation, like it should be. Yes, it's a very special, unique instrument. We have this opportunity to play with a Steingräber that was used by Franz Liszt himself, which is something very unique for us.
This Spinnrad, you know?
Yes.
You know, and even I would play with this movement which is inside in the sixth note shouldn't give me the idea of relaxation, but meine Ruhe ist hin,
yes.
You know, so very exciting, yes. Very agitato, always agitato. She's, this, you know, in a certain way it is always the same movement, you know, always the same.
Suppose I am Liszt. What do you like to say to me?
Thank you. Thank you for writing all this fantastic music. And thank you for, especially thank you because when I play Liszt, I feel better.
Oh, this came so suddenly. Well, I would express how much I admire you. And perhaps I would like to ask some questions about the music. But this came so suddenly. I don't have a certain question, but I would express my admiration.
Thank you.
If you would be Liszt, I would be so shy, like, oh my God, what I have to say. Like here is a God just standing in front of me. I would have no idea what to say. It would be a stupid situation for me a little bit.
And after playing Liszt, you feel better. And thank you for this, Mr. Liszt.